It's the Archivest, y'all. Exclusively interviewing Battle MC Sketch Menace.
What up? My name is Sketch Menace.
And who is Sketch Menace?
Sketch Menace is predominantly a battle rapper at this point in time. I consider battle rap as more of a fun thing. A lot of people take it more seriously than I do, but apparently I technically have the best record in battle rap history in this format, in this league and whatnot, but it's not like that in King of the Dot and in Grind Time or in any other league for that matter. But since this whole turn has been made since the WRCs, but I don't really pay too much attention to that for the most part. I was just kind of brought to attention to that by Organic back there, but for the most part, this is just an amazing, fun thing to be a part of.
Tell us about your Grind Time experience.
Grind Time, from what my understanding, has become one of the first battle rap league that has become a publicly shared company, which is a pretty big thing from what I understand about stocks and bonds and whatever the hell that has to do with. But Grind Time in California, which I went out to, which is considered the biggest division on the planet, I think, for most of battle rap, was the level of organization, the talent pool in itself out there is amazing. Like the scathing remarks that people can come up with on that side of the world are beyond comprehensible.
Tell us about your performance and who you roll with, etc.
Well, I was born in Alberta. I lived in Toronto for a long time. I'm relatively close with Organic and PvP, the SARS crew, like other dudes from Toronto, but I developed most of where I stand in the hip-hop community in Canada and Calgary. Like Lexington Wodewski, Holohan is a really good friend of mine, Poets, Nebula, Willie Cold, all the guys from People on Elevated Thoughts, Info, like they're all super good guys, man. I love the battle rap movement. Even Canadian hip-hop in general is such a welcoming home for people to hang out and be like as one.
Tell us some of your battles that you've been involved with and you've won.
Well, I've only ever lost one battle in overtime to Dirtbag Dan, a guy who's a super good guy out of San Jose, California. Other than that, I've never taken a loss. My first battle was with McKnight, the guy in Calgary, then Step Easy in Toronto, Young Stitch, Po Rich, Tricky P, HFK, a bunch of other guys, all credible, amazing dudes. Like whether or not the wins are debatable, and you know, like I'm just here to have fun, man. Like whatever, it's just a great time.
So you've been in Toronto for the King of the Dot?
Oh yeah, I've flown out to Toronto. I think 4 times now. I'm planning on going out January 22nd to watch the winner of Arcane and Bender because I will be battling the winner of that match. I've been to California once. This is my first time in Vancouver. February 5th, I'm looking to go out into New Brighton, UK, to battle a really dope cat by the name of Seuss. I'm also looking to go out to MOB2 in California, May 6th and May 7th, and Battle of LA in February.
And tell us about when you're involved with the Toronto hip-hop scene, when it comes to being involved with the battling. Let us know some stories about that and some of the lines that you spit.
Well, in Toronto's a really great place to have fun and battle in. The crowd is awesome and just a great place to just to feel welcomed in the hip hop community. Is just like, you know, some kid from Calgary, some whatever guy from Calgary can go out there and just make some people laugh and whatever. Like, I got my brown belt and found out that sodomy's great, and she knelt out and found out she's like J.M. Schneider. She tasted the difference that quality makes, and just shit like that, man. Just like super fun, like just anything that you can say to like have a crowd laugh at you, and just everybody to be able to just unite as one common goal of furthering Canadian hip hop. It's just being able to be a part of a community, as opposed to like what hip hop has become. Like, you know, when 50 and the Game were having that beef, saying that beef was like the 5th element of hip hop, you know, and the 4 elements being breakdancing, graffiti, MC, and DJing, right? And having beef being the 5th element hip hop, as I always found, that was the day that hip hop died.
You know what the 5th element is, though, right?
What's that?
Documenting
and archaeology, right there.
Ideology.
That's a good one. But the day, and Nas was right, the day that beef became the 5th element of hip hop, I think that's retarded. Even though battling, like you hear us say scathing remarks, talk about each other's mothers and sisters and the women's and all, but it's all love in the end. This is all one movement that unitely moves forward. Like fuck all that shit.
What does it take you to make the raps that you do involved with the battling? Like, tell us a little bit about the Aspire battle.
The Aspire battle, well, him and I have been talking about battling for a long time now, and this is kind of a long time in the making, but I'm really glad the way it ended up going, and he did no one has ever got at me the way that Aspire did. I think that he did the best ever against me. Plus, the parking lot situation just made it that much more epic. But, like, I mean, basically, it's the same rating situation forever. I find out who my opponent is. You know, you jot down a couple of punchlines, ideas, funny things that you think would be worth saying to him, and then, you know, ideas just develop, and things just, you know, you scheme things out, work it out, and then all of a sudden it just becomes this is what you wrote. This is your thing, and it's so much more than one song that you can perform on a tour or whatever. Like, you have one chance to drop this material and do it the best way that you possibly can. There is no second chances.
How long did it take you to come up with what you had?
Aspire and I was confirmed for 2 months before we actually did it. So 2 months of preparation. But there's a lot of battles out there that are 1 week of preparation, 3 days of like ridiculous amount. There's guys out there who know they're going to battle each other for a year beforehand.
What made you get into battling?
You know, like, I've always been just, like, you know, in high school, freestyling with my friends, fucking around, drinking beers, like, whatever, right? But then, like, when King of the Dot started, it just became a platform for unknown people to be able to get a chance to do something, and, like, a platform for everyone to be heard on. And it's an amazing thing. It really, really is. Anybody who is interested in getting involved in this, I urge you, contact me, Sketch Menace on Facebook. If you want to come battle in the Calgary division, I will 100% give you a shot. I set up the matches, and it will happen. This is the most amazing opportunity you could ever have in life. I know, because of this, I know people, I have couches that I can stay at in Australia, New Brighton, Ireland, all over Canada, all over the States. It's an amazing thing.
What's been your best moment in King of the Dot so far?
This battle here in Vancouver. Me and Aspire in the parking lot, 100% the best battle I've ever been a part of. The crowd, everybody being a part of it was amazing. It was just...
It's Vancouver flavor.
It's Vancouver flavor right there. Grizzly shit right there. It was amazing, man. Other than that, I gotta say, California, battling in front of that, like, that heavy of a crowd was probably the...
How many people were there?
I think at one point there was 1,400 people there in front of us. We were all mic'd up and everything. It was just an amazing experience. World Domination in Canada was by far the best battle event I've ever been to, even though it was one of my more lackluster performances.
How many more people were there?
Oh, well, that event, it wasn't even about the amount of people that was at the event. It was the
content.
It was the content. It was the matches. It was the crowd. Everybody who was a part of it was just there to watch battles and be a part of the movement. Disaster HFK, best battle I've ever seen live, hands down. Please YouTube that. Disaster, Dizaster versus HFK was the most entertaining battle I've ever seen live. Kid Twist versus Erg was amazing. Real Deal Low Pesci, even though there was a few controversial things that happened, is still an amazing thing to watch. Just the amount of people, like, work that people put into this, performance-wise, just, like, it's an amazing thing for everyone to be a part of. If you want to hate on it, saying it's like, you're a freestyle legend and you don't want to go into this written shit and do whatever, fuck off. This is the best thing that ever come out of Canadian hip-hop. Any advice that I could give to any upcoming battle MC is just to have fun with it. Don't take it so seriously. Just, like, this is all about having a great time. And just, like, in 50 years, most likely none of this is going to matter.
What about the perfection of your skills?
The perfection of your skills. People often argue substance over content, but in my opinion, I believe that I always think that writing, creativity is the important thing in there, and a performance. It's just like anybody can write raps. A lot of people can write raps, but not a lot of people have the nuts to get up there and perform it and say it in front of everybody and be able to show your product in front of a group of strangers that you have never met before and try to win them over as a crowd. So any forum person or any idiot on the internet that tries to hide behind some screen name saying that I suck or he sucks or you suck or anybody sucks can, you know what? You sit on a computer and you do nothing and you watch us and we don't watch you.
And how do you feel about the battles overall today for KOTD?
Vancouver is an amazing city to be in Cal. Like, at first I thought, I didn't know if the crowd was going to like me or if they were going to go against Aspire or what it was going to be. I had no idea, but the crowd was on point. Their reactions were amazing. And, like, that's what people don't realize is what makes a battle so good is the crowd is a part of the battle. So, like, when people say they should invite them to this event, it's not so much that you're being invited to an event. It's you're being invited to be a part of the live filming. You are an extra in this. You are a part of this whole thing.
And you got anything else to add about you? Check you out.
Watch out for me and Nebula. He's a fellow rapper from the Calgary division. We'll be entering the 2 vs. 2 Grand Prix together. We will also be releasing an EP. We have yet to figure out the name. We were brainstorming on it a little bit tonight. But, yeah, you guys will know it for sure. Add me on Facebook, Sketch Menace, Twitter.com/SketchMenace, YouTube.com/SketchMenace, KingOfTheDot.com, the greatest movement in Canadian music history.
And you got any shouts?
Lexington, Wadevsky, Holohan, anybody involved in Canadian hip hop, organic especially, for coming up with everything that he does in this division. All divisions in the States, all divisions all over England. You guys are the best. I love it. I love it.
And this is the Archivest, and you already know the name, y'all.